What up, world? You tuned in, South Arkansas Trill Talk. You know what I'm saying? 136 out there, chilling with former Mayor. You know what I'm saying? Veronica Smith-Creer coming through. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I salute her. Many books she got out, many mail. I'm going to let her talk about it more. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let her see my eyes today. Knowing I salute everybody out there that tuned in and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we trill still out here, man. Shout my nigga East Westbrook out there. Salute him out there. Hard ass song. We gonna talk about that tomorrow. Shit, got my homie Mello Montana coming up. Shit, got the mail coming up. You know what I'm saying? She'll tell you more about it, man. You want to get with her, man? Let her know. You want to get a copy of the book, man. It's a good look for the town out there. I salute her. You know what I'm saying? Making a mini version of her. You know, that's a good dream. Something to look forward to out there for the kids out there. I salute them out there. What's up, my nigga? Jermaine, I see you. J Auto Kings out there, man. Hey, I need you on next, man. Come on up here, man. Tell about your business out there. I know you elevated over the years, my nigga. Come talk about your business out there. Tell people, you know what I'm saying, how to get in touch with you and all that, man. But like I say, man, this for everybody. I don't care if you're a rapper, you're a singer, or you just do community work for the hood, whether you do it, you know what I'm saying, for people that's in your community, whether it's elders out there, you know, if it'll get what's the name out here, hot out here, so, you know, the elders might need a lot of y'all assistance out there. So if you know anybody out there that, you know, deal with elder people out there, give them a call sometime. You know, elders need the yard swept off or, you know, leaves brushed off from this pollen out here, man. Salute them out there. Help your elders out. Reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? Salute everybody out there. They got videos coming out, man. I'm going to start putting videos on the screen out here. Your new releases out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, we got a big show all week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Mel coming up. You know what I'm saying? I got Mello Montana coming up. Got, you know what I'm saying, E-Dub coming up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got some more coming up. I'm going to announce them later. I ain't just going to announce everybody at one time. But like I just put my video together. All that promotion work you see, you want from me, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to promote anybody for a month, $30 a month. We can do the same things with the other platforms that everybody else do too, man. You gotta want to spend with your black people and get on board with them too. Don't just always feel like that, you know, we don't know how to help each other, man. It's all kind of ways we can help each other out there. But that's our biggest problem, man, when we all out here supposed to be coming together, but then when it's time to come together, don't nobody want to come together. It's always a motive or something that keeping us from coming together out here. That be our biggest problem when it's time for somebody else to run the ball or it's time for somebody else to block. They always want the ball. Same way when you play. Everybody want to play offense. They don't never want to play no defense. You know what I'm saying? That be our biggest problem when it's time to play defense. Man, sometimes everybody ain't gonna be shooters. You know what I'm saying? Some people just be good at defense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna be on offense. They got to come out here and play some defense. And I salute. I keep all my good news to myself now. Because I don't be want people like, hey, man, that nigga capping, man. That nigga capping, man. That nigga ain't, everybody ain't trying to come through that small little platform. I'm like, man, please. When you the streets for real, anybody come on your platform, they know you genuine with your words and you 100 with yourself out there. That's why I keep telling people, know yourself, grow yourself out there, man. And grow others too, man. And help others out there reinvent too, man. Because the older we get, man, you never know what's our next move, our next, you know what I'm saying, situation in life, whether you lose this person or you lose that person or you lose your kids in situations or whatever. You just got to be mentally strong, mentally prepared for all things at all times. But I'm going to bring up in a minute, man. I'm going to let her get herself together out there. You know what I'm saying? I salute everybody that tune in out there, man. And I salute her for coming on a couple times out there, you know what I'm saying, and we're teaching people the game, you know what I'm saying. What's up, Rod Walter? I see you, Rod Bass out there. What's up, Brian Welch out there? Yeah, J Auto Kings out there. I see you, homie. Yeah, man, I'm doing me, man. Just keeping the voice for the country people out there. You know, we country folks and shit. We got to keep something going out there, man. That be our biggest problem, man. We got to learn how to promote, learn how to support. You know what I'm saying? Let people know whatever you got going on. Like I say, man, I'm finna get into the gardens with these people on teaching them about how we can, you know what I'm saying, grow our own food out there. A good look for the summertime for kids to know all this bad food out there and shit. You know what I'm saying? That be our biggest problem. Bad food, we don't know what's good or bad for us no more. I'm gonna play all the music today, man. We gotta keep it crunk all day. I'm gonna talk a little shit myself, you know what I'm saying? But I salute her, man. It's Mini Me for Mayor out there. It's like a kid's book out there. I ain't read it yet. You want to get your copy? I'm gonna show y'all how to get it out there. It's for the town. Salute. First black female mayor out there. You know what I'm saying? I can't say first black mayor office. I'm gonna say first black female mayor. We done had El Dorado, Arkansas. I'm gonna salute my town to the fullest. And it's South Arkansas Trill Talk. You know what I'm saying? It's the home base. We might turn it to Arkansas Trill Talk later. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people got to understand, you know, we built this platform for people that got to get out and chase their dreams and shit and can't be at the same spot all the time to chase their dreams out there. They got to know how they chasing their dreams, because you can't chase this rap dream, you can't chase this singing dream. You got to, if you are chasing, driving trucks out there or whatever, you got to know that you got to chase your dream to have shit these days. And if it wasn't for this internet, we'll have like games to go outside and play, because some people, when they play football or basketball, they play from the time they got home from school to the time the street light came on outside. And we did both. We had the best of both worlds. So I always salute my generation. Even from the music game, we were the ones out the trunk, the one coming out the trunk, distribution deals, city to city, you know what I'm saying, state to state, have to play your shit. Now it's the internet, and I made it a little easier for everybody. But like I tell people, with the streaming game, that's what I'm on. That's why niggas be wondering why my platform ain't monetized, and then I'm have to tell niggas, you gotta figure this shit out yourself, because us as blacks, we should be helping each other to build our streams, our reels, our views, our likes, our shares up. Damn shame you got 5,000 friends out there and only about 100, or not even that sometimes, share your shit. And it's a difference. That's why I went to rather watch than share attitude, because you never know who looking. Just like on your story, I want a lot of them see your story come up there, and if you nix or something, see a difference with that story, motherfucker got to click off of there. But motherfucker know you've been on their story, so you never know who watching more than liking and sharing your shit. So yeah, sharing your stories out there, share your reels too. You got your business out there, share them too. If you know hot niggas in the streets, even if you do it once a week. If you know a nigga got a hot song, get your ops or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shit, share the nigga shit. Show niggas you ain't no hater sometimes. Whether you a Crip and he a Blood over here, man, share them Blood shit. Whether you a Blood and he a Crip over here, man, share that Crip shit. You never know how far that chain these days will get you, other than them homeboy chains or the same color chains, just because whether you a Crip, folk, or G, I always have to say this, nigga, your homeboys can't get money like the other color sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Same way with this white, black, Hispanic, and Asian. Your other race, your people you know, or gender, whether you're a girl or your boy, your man, your woman, or whether you're transgender, whether you're gay, that community sometimes can get money better than people you know. So we got to keep that in mind for as 2023 pass, that we don't go outside no more all the time. We have to sit around, or we have to look at in what style with this internet. And a lot of people be thinking because you hot on the internet that you can go throw a real life party and your shit supposed to pop because you popping on the internet. You just got to make sure you got the right management team, the right following team out there. You can't be out here bullshitting yourself and thinking you're supposed to pop, you know what I'm saying? But you also got to know who you is too. A lot of people forget who they is. That be our problem sometimes. We forget who we is and start looking at people we want to become before we even get a chance to get to all that. That's why I be tripping out some people for this. They talk a good game of, you know what I'm saying, want to promote the other race out there or promote your own color out there. A lot of niggas don't even promote their own color out there sometimes. They'll be out there more worried about what somebody go say or what somebody go think. But like I say, man, it's Veronica Smith-Creer. I salute her for coming through, man. El Dorado former mayor out there, first black female mayor out there in El Dorado, Arkansas. And I salute out there, a new book out there. I'm tell her how to get it out there. I'm gonna out for a while. I'm gonna still some of the time right now. But much love out there. South Arkansas Trill Talk, 136 out there. That's what's up. What's up, Miss Sunshine?
How you doing?
Nothing much.
I am.
Can you see me out there?
Hmm?
Can you hear me and see me out there?
I can. I can hear you. I can see you. Can you hear me and see me?
That's what's up.
I have to apologize because I'm
introduce
not at the
yourself
house.
out there. People don't know the former mayor right here. She gave us a lot of game out there, South Arkansas. Hey, if you didn't know nothing about no mayor out there, you didn't know nothing about the politics of your own country cities out there, she first one give them a game. I salute her out there because a lot of people learned that way. But much love out there. But tell people who you is, though.
I'm Veronica Smith-Creer, the former mayor of El Dorado, Arkansas. I am the first person of color to ever be elected. I am now Mayor Sunshine. I'm wearing my T-shirt. I'm not the mayor of El Dorado, but I'm still Mayor Sunshine. How about that?
Hey, that's why. Hey, that you might want to put some shirts out. Mayor Sunshine, the first one ever do it.
They are on the way. I trademarked my logo, so it's mine. Mayor stands for making achievements, yielding outstanding results, so everybody can be a mayor.
That's what's up. Hey, people about the book out there, because it's interesting for you to write that and give for hope out there. Tell people what inspired you to write that.
So the title of the book is My Mimi is the Mayor. It is, I thought it would just be a little keepsake for my granddaughter, Skylar. Skylar is 4, and as long as she'd known me to be her Mimi, I have been the mayor. So I was actually, it wasn't a book that I had thought about doing. Several of my friends had books out that either included their kids or their grandkids, and I just thought it would be neat to do a book with her name in it, and it just kind of snowballed into a tremendous blessing. I got to shout out Tim Johnson. He's the publisher. He got some amazing illustrators, and it's really a blessing.
Hey, your voice went out. Hey, can you hear me still? Your voice went out. Can you hear me? Hey, click out and click back in. Hey, click out and click back in. Let me see. The voice unchanged. Can you hear me now? Hey, click out and click back in. South Arkansas Trill Talk. I'm trying to see. we go. Can you hear me out there? Somebody put a like up. I'm gonna add her back in here. You know, we always doing something positive. Always be a distraction somewhere. But I'm gonna see, can I add her back in here? If you can hear me out there, let me know. I know that was gonna pop on now. I'm gonna take that what's the name page out. That's what I'm gonna have to do. But I'm gonna bring her back, man. But like I say, I'm gonna let her tell you more about herself, inspire her. Like I say, there's Veronica Smith-Creer out there, Miss Sunshine out there, first woman of color, Mayor El Dorado, Arkansas out there. You know, like I was telling her, she taught us a lot about the politics, because, you know, a lot of people don't be into politics our way out there sometime. And I had to salute her for that, because a lot of people said the same thing. They ain't heard too much about nothing about the mayor or nothing in the positions that hold out there. But I'm gonna bring her back up here. I gotta get all this back. Like I say, man, everybody done caught on now. I can green screen anytime, so we gonna get it right.
It may have been on me because my phone run. That may be what threw me off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
We'll rewind back, like I was telling them, what inspired you from write book and what it was that inspired you from want to write it. I think you were saying something about your granddaughter out there.
Yes.
Inspired you.
So I had several friends who wrote books. So I had several friends that wrote books that they either dedicated them to their kids or to their grandkids. And initially, it was not the first book that I thought about writing, but I thought it would be a cute little keepsake for Skylar. But it has been a tremendous blessing. I think I was saying that hair was a big deal because I wear my hair a lot of different ways, and so does Skylar. And being a Black woman with natural hair, I think that diversity and versatility was important. I shop a lot at El Dorado, so I wanted to showcase that and a lot of the things that we do. But the relationship that she and I have as a Mimi and a granddaughter, and with me being the mayor, still making sure that I spent time with her was important. So that's kind of the gist of the book. But beyond that, I don't know if it was still on, but I want to shout out Tim Johnson, who's my publisher, who made sure that we had great illustrators. It's on different platforms. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Walmart.com. You can get it at BarnesandNobles.com and BooksAMillion.com. And I also have copies with me generally everywhere I go. The book is $15. You can get it from me by Cash App, Zelle, or cash or check. But it's just been a blessing. It's been a blessing. I have other books that I'm working on, one of which will be a tell-all about me being the mayor and everything that transpired with that. So I'm excited about the beginning. And this book has been a beautiful beginning of being an author.
Hey, you think that should be top seller, being the first Black female of color that's mayor?
Mm-hmm.
That should be a good look.
Well, let me
how
say
going
this.
with the schools out there?
Well, let me back up just a little bit. Let me back up just a little bit, because you said it should be a bestseller. Because I was listening before you brought me on, some of the things that you were talking about us doing different things and sharing and liking and putting each other on. It's amazing to me how sometimes we forget that it takes people supporting you to make things happen. I'm hoping that the book will be a bestseller because the information that's in it is very important. But I've also hoped the same thing about me being the mayor, about there being that support. So I'm looking forward to that part of it. And I know you asked me a question. I wanted to go back to what you were saying.
Hey, I might be talking fast, trying to make sure we get everything, cover a lot of stuff.
Right.
Hey, I salute you for that. How the schools reacting to that? Actually having someone able to that actually know of somebody wrote a book and actually they're reading it to them. How can you explain how amazing that is?
That has been amazing. I will say that I've gone to several schools. I've gone to the Head Starts, to daycare, reading the book and kind of sharing that experience. The kids, of course, love it. I think to be able to see the person that wrote the book there and me being in the book, I think that's amazing to them. A lot of them want to see my granddaughter Skylar because she's in the book. I've been able to talk to even the kids at Washington about getting your book published and everything that goes with that. So it's been a good reception. I'm still looking for more. I was able to read during the week of the Dr. Seuss week week, Read Across America. I was able to go into the schools with that, and since then I've gone to schools, even more schools and other daycares. Several people have purchased the book for their class. It has been purchased from the Arkansas Education Association to give it away and make sure that there's one in every elementary school. But I would love for all the kids that want it to be able to get it. And so I'm going to move forward with an effort to see if, the kids that wanted it, we can put something together. Maybe some people can sponsor purchasing one for several of either the kindergartners or the first graders. I went to read to the kindergartners and they all wanted a book. I didn't have enough for everybody.
Yeah.
But the schools have been very supportive. And again, I'm just hoping to get it out a little bit more. Now that it's on Amazon, Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, and Books A Million, I'm hoping other people will purchase it as well and share it with their kids. I had one of my sister's friends, she lives in Little Rock. She told my sister that her little girl sleeps with the book under her pillow. So, bless my heart.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Think we might get a sitcom from that. Just get a few of them get a acting at early age.
Yeah.
We got to start somewhere around there. We got to keep that going.
You're absolutely
But that'll
correct.
be a good. Hey, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna narrate it down for you. I think I can do that. I'm good at reading and memorizing stuff. And I'm gonna put it together for you. I'm gonna do that for you.
Okay.
Hey, I want to salute you 100% because without your support and without you even coming to the platform, that gave me inspiration to keep going.
Yeah.
And I already explained to you about, me living my old street life away and trying to do something different, reinventing myself out there. You feel me? And I salute you for that, to keep me going. Just give me that motivation.
Right.
And that's one thing. But how different has it been since you're out of office? Do you get to live more now? What can you say about that?
I get to rest more for sure.
That's what's up.
I was telling somebody today, really, I'm still mentally transitioning. It was 4 years with the pandemic, with all the things I had to put up with all the changes they made, me being in office, having to deal with that stress every day. So I'm really still mentally transitioning and just encouraging people to stay in the process, but to remember that I'm not the mayor anymore. I'm not in that position to solve problems. When I was in the position, it was a problem for people. So I want people, you made a choice. I was not your choice. Deal with the choice that you made. It is not the same. I know for people, my open door policy is not in effect with the current mayor, and I know he's not social like I was, but maybe that was too much for people. I'm resting because I didn't realize the toll that it had taken on me physically and mentally until it wasn't there. So I'm still, just getting back to, I can't really say I'm getting back to what I was doing before I became the mayor, because that was such a huge platform. And believe it or not, even with all the negative things that I had to deal with, it was such a positive thing because people were able to actually say, I know the mayor. I've gone to the mayor's office. I've sat in the mayor's chair. I've seen a woman be the mayor. Young girls are still fascinated by that. And so it has been a great platform for me. But, with everything that's good, you still have to keep moving forward. So I'm grateful for the 4 years. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I went through, but I'm also grateful to be able to do some different things. I wouldn't have the Mayor Sunshine logo or platform had it not been for me being the mayor. I wouldn't have this book. I wouldn't have the tell-all book that's coming. I wouldn't have a lot of the networking that I've been able to get if it had not been for that. So a lot of amazing things came out of it. So I'm just kind of figuring out how to get my groove with right now. I don't have an 8 to 5. I don't have a 24/7 right now. So I'm learning how to rest a little bit. So,
that's what's
yeah, I'm learning how to rest a little bit.
I salute y'all on that. And main thing I salute about you for changing a lot of the streets down there, giving people their flowers,
Yeah.
the ones that been out there putting in community work or putting in spiritual work or whatever. And I salute you for giving people their flowers and stuff. And that's something that you probably will never see again, for your mayor to run around over the whole city giving the people their flowers all over. You feel me?
That was amazing.
That was a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah, I was grateful to be able to be a part of that. Many of them had wanted to do something, years previously, but some people just didn't know what to do. So I have to give credit to the Public Works Department, to the Public Works Director for making that easy for me to do, to get, help get that done. I was always excited when people wanted me to, say a few words or to be there for the presentation. Because to me, that's what being the mayor was about, really touching the people and making a difference. So it was a blessing for me. It was a blessing to be able to do that. And so during the time that I was in office, especially last year, most of it was last year, I was able to, they were able to do a street dedication for Reverend Thaddeus Payne, who was a civil rights leader, a civil rights activist who had run for mayor. I didn't even know that until we were reading his biography, who had run for mayor back in the 70s, who had done so much. For Daniel Gafford, who at such a young age has accomplished so much and humble beginnings, being able to do that. Rance Ollison, who has also passed away, but was such a humanitarian and philanthropist here. So I was just excited to be able to do that. For Reverend Dobson, after he's, pastored St. John for so many years, to be able to do a street dedication for him. Veronica Bailey, Meet Me at the Court, and all the things that she's contributed. So they came to me and asked, and I was grateful to be able to assist, to be able to make sure we, made it happen. And so it was a blessing for me. It really was.
Hey, I think I seen you do something one day. I think you were talking about your mom and you had the peanuts and something. You had the peanuts and you said it's something she used to like.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, she got good flavor because I like that too.
The peanuts the peanuts and the caramel corn. That's what I eat. But it tastes like a payday, and she loved paydays.
Yeah.
But she would always buy me caramel corn. So yeah, those little things that you never lose. Those memories that you have that just remain. My mom and my dad and my baby sister had passed away when I decided to run for mayor. So I always try to incorporate them in everything that I did so that their legacy lives on. They're a part of me, So I always tried to give back, to remember, and all of those things. They were all important to me, and they continue to be. So yeah, that was one of my mom's things.
Hey, I'm gonna say this because every time we make it 4 years and we don't have no scandal people of our color, I can salute you on that. No scandals while you was in office or none of that. But how challenging that now to know that, what I'm saying, on your faith level? Because I know faith probably with her, but it's way stronger now. Yes. What can you say about that, giving people something to talk about with their faith or?
So I will say this, and I've said it before, I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe everything is divinely orchestrated by God. Running for mayor the very first time was a faith walk. It was a stepping out on faith because I'd never seen anybody here do it that looked like me. And I, prayed about it. I thank God for giving me the guidance, shielded me from a lot of things. Being in that office, there is no way I could have made it without my faith, without praying, without letting God lead me and guide me, without listening to him instead of listening to all the naysayers and the garbage, without following him. When people want me to go one way and I knew that I wouldn't be a good representative of him if I went that way, I continue to pray and seek his guidance. And so it strengthened my faith. Even running again, it strengthened my faith because some people believe that there's only one way to win. I was not reelected as mayor, but there was a win in the election for me. And I knew that God wanted me to see that through. And that was me seeing it through. My time had been served. He made it very clear to me. He made it very easy for me. Some people don't understand. Even in the running for re-election, there were things that I wanted to do that God wouldn't allow me to do. I didn't spend the money that my opponent spent by any means because God kept me from doing that. So, he led me through the whole thing and it strengthened my faith. It strengthened my walk. It helped me keep my eyes on him because he is the source of all of our strength. So that made my faith that much stronger and I see him that much clearer. So I'm asking that he'll permit me to put everything in this book too. So
yeah,
I don't want to disrespect him or misrepresent him in that either, but I am asking that he'll allow me to tell the whole truth. I believe he let me see it so that I could tell it. And he knew that I would be faithful to do what he would have me to do. So it's gonna be juicy.
Do you consider yourself running any other counties or from the north side of Arkansas, east Arkansas, west Arkansas, anywhere of running for mayor again in your lifetime?
I would never
what can
say
you say
never.
About that?
I will never say never. Even after the election, people saying, "Well, will you ever run again? Will you run again in 4 years? Will you run for council in 2 years?" I won't say I won't do it. But right now, I don't know when. I don't know when.
Yeah.
When I ran for mayor, it was because I wanted to make a difference. Um, I believe in a lot of areas I was able to do that. I believe I shined a light on some things that people did not realize or did not know before. I believe that I was a voice for people who wanted a voice. I believe that I gave the information to the processes and the procedures for people who wanted it. I do know that I made a lot of people nervous. Uh, and I'm not being cocky when I say this, but it was fascinating to me that so many grown men with so much presumed power were scared of me. They were scared of me pulling the cover off how things have worked. And so that just kind of, I won't say that it baffled me because I've seen it happen time and time again, but we live in a city where we're not surprised about how things were run. But it was just amazing to me how people wanted to cover up the mess. Well, too late. Too late.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. But that has been very that's been another strengthening to my faith to see how when God is on your side, He will make your enemies tremble. So
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by that, and I'm in awe of God because of that. So, yeah.
That's what's up. You see the politician role of black people being somewhere in office now around there. Has it grown, or are people more scurrying away from it? Which one have it you can see in the future doing?
So initially, I saw a lot more of people being interested. You know, especially after I didn't win, they wanted. You know, there was a surge of people saying that, you know, we need to do this, we need to hold our feet to the fire, and all of that. And I'll just be honest, I've made sure that I was absent over the last few months because to me I needed that for my transitioning. I didn't want people to feel like I was there to try to critique or anything like that. I wanted the people to be able to step up and step into those positions. So I can't honestly tell you what the attendance has been at the meetings because I've not gone. I will say that I'm still looking for the outrage of how I was treated. And when I say how I was treated, because I was a servant of the people, it was how the people were treated. We've not been, and I'm not just talking about black people, but there are a lot of people who've never been treated fairly in this city. It's because the powers that be won't allow it to be. And so I'm still looking for people to stand up and take notice of that, and not only notice it, but take action against it. It was hard for me as one person to elicit the change that I was talking about, but the people have a responsibility, and that's what I'm looking forward to is, you know, all people, when you feel like you're not being treated fairly, everybody's paying taxes, you need to make sure that you go through the processes and the procedures to get that done. And I've met with and talked to people of all walks of life while I was in the mayor's position that felt like they were not treated fairly. So it's not one race, it's not one side of town, but they understood that they could come to me when they've not been able to go to anybody before because I listened and because I cared. But it still takes people making sure that things are done. So I'm looking for more of that.
And I salute a lot on open people's eyes to the Chamber of Commerce, other than people don't know who would get a loan from around there to open up a business up. And you made it for all races, for whether it's Spanish, Asian, black, or white. And you shine a light in a lot of areas to where, you know, maybe get them white old women to let us come pick some plums now off their trees and shit. Because, you know, back then, them black old white women had to actually trust you and love you too. And I salute you for actually putting up PJK back there where we was a long time ago. You feel me? To where they able to trust us now. You feel me? Without worried about somebody trying to steal shit from them. I salute you for that. You feel me? But what can you say about having a strong man behind you out there? Because I can't leave Bob out. I know he has to be a strong ass motherfucker to keep him going upside the motherfucker head out there.
I can say a lot about that. And that's partnership. Your marriage has to be a partnership. Bobby took on a role that he hadn't seen anybody else do. He was the first man to be married to a woman that was the mayor in this city. He didn't have a blueprint, just like I didn't have a blueprint. But our faith and our relationship and our marriage was one that it has been designed that it didn't have to look like anything else. He took on a lot of stress because of the things that he had to see me go through. There were a lot of times when he wanted to say something, a lot of times he wanted to do something, and it was not going to be expedient for him to do that. But he stood beside me. while me through it. There were a lot of days I came home and the stress of the city was on me, and he just made it to where I didn't have to deal with any of that when I got home. I tell people all the time, and I tell him that not only was he my strength, but he was my soft place to land. I knew that I could come home and I didn't have to worry about anything but being at home. And so that was a blessing. It was a challenge. I'm not gonna try to gloss it over and make people think that it was easy. It was a challenge because he was dealing with things that I didn't pay attention to. I had tunnel vision. I couldn't listen to all of that stuff, but there were some things that came to him that upset him. There were some things that people said about me that upset him, and I understand that. I'm his wife. But at the same time, he had to be strong enough not to try to deal with all of that. My mother used to say, you can't chase down a lie. And, you can't chase down a rumor. You can't give it your energy. And so we learned a lot. It made us closer because we had to fight for each other. It's just like in the movie, Hard to Fall? When they back to back, he's shooting this way, I'm shooting that way. We had to meet up. So
I like that move. I still like that.
Yeah, so we were a force, and I appreciate him. But this time that we're in now, on the other side of all of that, we can look back and see how it's been strengthening to us. So yeah, shout out to Bobby forever. He is the first man, first dude, first sir, first gentleman, whatever you want to call him, and he represented the city well. I think we did an amazing job.
That's what's up. I bet your girl like, I'm glad you out of there, mama.
Yes.
I almost bring somebody next. What can you say about the kid? No, you ain't in there no more.
So the night of the election, when I didn't win the election, she was a little emotional for a couple of reasons. I think, of course, you always want to see a win, and she realized the win was, that was a win. But she is much more relaxed. I have to thank both of them because I know they endured some stuff. They went through some stuff, and you're right, my baby did not play about her mom. So now she doesn't have to deal with a lot of that. I will say the title doesn't lead. And that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure people understood. I ran for that title, I worked for that title, and you can call former, previous, whatever. I can keep that handle as long as I want. And because I can keep it, she can still be the first daughter, he can still be the first sir until we take, higher heights. But they deserve that, and I feel like I deserve it. We deserve that recognition because we went through that at a time where nobody knew what was going on, with COVID and all of that. And we still stood up for the challenge, even though there was we had a few rocks in the road. But I thank God that we were able to go through it the way that we did, and I salute both of them. My baby wasn't here; she didn't live here, but Facebook, you know how that was. But she let people know, and I'm gonna say it just like this: that she ain't no punk. So I appreciate her strength too.
Hey, much love coming through. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time,
Well,
but
I appreciate
let
you.
people know, get the book at, because I'm gonna get me a copy. I'm just trying to make sure that I can order it anytime and get ready, because I'm gonna read it and revise it a lot myself, because I gotta put that message out there. Show the men and male. They gotta come serious. We need to write illustrator. This what started it, right, girl?
That's it. That's it. So again, you can get it on Amazon.com. You can get it at Walmart.com. You can get it on BarnesandNobles.com, Bookcivilian.com, or you can get it from me. It's $14.99 on the online platforms. I sell it for $15. You can get it at Cash App. That's $ Veronica Creer. You can get it at Zelle 870-315-1459, or you can get it from me, cash or check. I like to autograph it when I can. The only way I can autograph it beforehand is if you get it from me, but several people have ordered it online and brought it back to me for me to sign, and I just appreciate being able to do that. Thank you for allowing me to pitch my book, but I also want to pitch you. I want to thank you so much for what you're doing. Your language is a little different from mine, but you got an audience that I don't have, and I thank you for allowing me to be on your platform. And I just want to go back again to what you said. We need to be able to support each other. We may not look the same, we may not act the same, but if we have a message that everybody needs to hear, we need to put it on all the platforms. So I just want to thank you for being supportive, for doing what you did. Even when I was running for re-election, you and I didn't know each other very well, but we had some friends in common. And I thank you for reaching out to me, and you continue to kind of keep me in the loop. Thank you for tagging me on some of the things that you share, and just kind of keeping us in the same circles, because it's important to get the message to everybody. Again, we may not speak the same language. You use a few colorful words that I don't use often. I know what they
Yeah,
mean, though.
yeah. I'm getting better.
I know what they mean. But I just want to thank you for allowing me to be on your platform, because I think that's important. I remember shouting you out, and I'm going to continue to do that. And you mentioned about using those different platforms and people sharing and liking, and that, being monetized is a big deal. And you can only get that way when you get a certain amount of viewers, a certain amount of subscribers. And so I just salute you, because you've led the way for a lot of other people. I recently have been doing a little bit more on Facebook, but you have to build a platform. You got to build a following. And it's just like you said, if you got over 5,000 friends and followers, and only a few of them will come and show some support, it gets disheartening. But you a hustler. Stay in the fight, brother.
Hey, I like it when you even brought us a party on the mayor ball. We probably would never got it now. You probably would never had one of them. You know that.
And it keeps going. And it keeps going. We had the finale in January, but Mayor Sunshine, we're gonna keep on balling. So yeah.
Hey, don't let us leave. Just keep us going.
That's it. We got to. We got to.
South Arkansas Trill Talk 136. Dealing with Mayor Sunshine right there, y'all. Y'all will get a book out there. She got an interesting story, tell all coming, all that, man. Much love to you, your family out there. I'm going to stay supporting, even when I don't support them. I'm still going to support. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And make sure you get the shirts out there. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that product right there, the Sunshine. That'll bright everybody day up.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to do this. You send me your...
kids say hey, and you're strong. Your He-Man out there for damn show.
Holding it down.
Feel me? Much love.
I appreciate you. Love you. You do the same.
All right.
All right.
Much love.
You too.
One.